This is culturally inappropriate.
2026 WWE Backlash Tampa post-show review recap right here on the Flex Zone podcast. Your home for professional wrestling. Only place where I giving you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Here with the social media producer, the one and only Big Raj, back again.
No bread, no water, just me.
Finish him, Daddy.
Real quick, Raj, lots of people in here. Let them know what to do to support the channel.
Please hit the like and subscribe button. Check out our channel. Plenty of content, plenty of shorts, plenty of everything. So please, if you're new to the Flex Zone podcast, if you're just tuning in, please hit that like and subscribe button. Check out our content. If you want to become a member, hit that join button, become a member. Got 2 tiers, so choose wisely, please.
And of course, back again with us, Iowa's favorite, the one and only show you need to know, repping that Chiefs Kingdom. Can't forget that. Jugs, what's up? The Juggernaut Show, my guy. What's going on? Welcome back.
And back again on here.
I
Yeah.
didn't know this table could break.
Here to recap WWE Backlash Tampa 2026.
How you feeling, man? What's your channel, real quick? Let people know how to keep up with you.
So you guys can keep up my channel right down there, the Juggernaut Show. We'll be having some videos dropping later on this week. This past Monday I was at Raw, so I still got that vlog to drop. Got some clips. We drop it from Monday Night Raw still. Of course I upload some clips from Backlash, so definitely go subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out.
All right, let's get into it. Don't want to take too much time. I thought this show was okay, but I noticed, Jugs, there weren't as many ads, it seemed like. Not as much ads. Did you see or feel the difference with the ads? Because I was trying to count the commercials. It was significantly less than WrestleMania. I'll say that.
I did notice that there wasn't as much ads, and maybe that's due to people complaining and stuff online, or because they were doing a comparison, to how much in ring time there was at WrestleMania, comparing the in ring time to the amount of ads, and the ads were like a lot more, at WrestleMania than the in ring time. But I definitely noticed that there weren't as many ads.
Raj, did you notice anything with the ads, or you didn't care?
I mean, it wasn't as blatant as it was in these past couple of pay-per-views. I felt like they trying to turn the corner a little bit, trying to have less ads, more action. Even the matches were longer. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of felt that as well, which is also good. But that's a huge improvement for what we got. Everybody thought it was gonna be ad-lash instead of backlash. So it was a good effort by WWE.
Definitely a good effort by WWE. Let's look at some of these matches. Actually, as you can see, a lot longer than the 6-minute, 7-minute matches we were getting for WrestleMania. Jugs, I'll start with you, your boy, Iowa's favorite son. We kicked off the show with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. Real quick, do you guys like them showing the first hour on ESPN or ESPN2? You think that helps, or do people not care?
To be honest, I don't think it does much. If they haven't already bought the whole ESPN Limited, or if they don't have it, I don't think it helps putting it on. To be honest, they should just have it on ESPN in general. They should have it all for free on there. I mean, WWE is this big company. I mean, they're not going to be losing out on money. They really aren't. So let's have it on either ESPN or ESPN2. That's the whole thing on there.
Rod, you like it on ESPN, or you missed the cock?
I do miss the cock, but I think it's stupid not to just put it on regular ESPN at this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you're promoting everything on the morning shows, First Take, Get Up. I haven't seen Jacob Fatu on Sports Center. I'm like, bro, they have it? It's all over ESPN, the regular stuff. So if you're just gonna have all the wrestlers on a regular ESPN, just put this shit on regular ESPN. Mm-hmm. Don't sugarcoat it. Just give us free, not free, but give us the ESPN experience on the regular ESPN network. Make everybody watch it that watches ESPN, and call it a day. I mean, that's how you're going to grow. Not put it on a channel that mostly not everybody has. They got to have the top tier. That's just stupid to me. If you're going to do it right. Put it on a regular ESPN, and then grow from there.
Especially with no NFL, and I believe the only NBA playoff game was at 3, so it was no games at 6. So they could have had an opportunity to, like you said, maybe get more eyes on the product until the Lakers game at 8:30 or whatever. But nevertheless, was less ads, longer match times. Did you guys like the crowd in Tampa tonight? I felt like the crowd was maybe the tickets weren't as expensive, because I didn't hear people complaining about the prices of these tickets either. But they're not as expensive.
I don't know, because I saw some tickets were pretty cheap, like the even $30 at the even all the way up. Well, I mean, those were open in nosebleeds and stuff, but still the ticket prices were substantially lower, which is nice. But then you're looking at this card, I go you're looking up and down this card, go yeah, the tickets need to be lower, because who's going to be paying those WrestleMania prices,
For sure. All right,
but also
Rob,
Tampa also. I don't know if I vibed with this crowd. I don't know. Tampa is just a weird spot to host wrestling sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, brother Sauce, they said you send the link. I think, did you?
I did. I put it in the chat. Yeah. Does he not see it? Is it another chat? It should be another chat. If not,
he said
okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you agree, but like Tampa, I don't know. It's just I don't know if I was vibing well with the crowd.
I thought they were gonna maybe go international with Backlash, like they've been doing. You know, Mexico, some other locations, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
And
But
Tampa,
they
they get a lot of shows each year, but like I don't know. Sometimes they get the shit end of the stick there in Tampa Bay.
Plus a lot of wrestlers live in Florida, so I get it.
Yeah.
All right. First match was the longest match, probably one of the better matches. Braun Breaker's first match actually since that January time frame before he got hurt. Remember, he missed WrestleMania. We knew he was clear. We knew this match was going to happen at Backlash. They were promoting it like Rod said on First Take. And we saw Seth Rollins lose again to Braun Breaker. Let's get Brother. Oh, there he is. Brother Thoughts is here. There he is. Brother Thoughts. What's up, my guy?
What up? What up?
Nothing much, man. Real quick, let the people know how you're feeling and how they can keep up with you on YouTube. Real quick, before I get into it.
Right now I got the itis, but you guys can follow me right here on Here's These Thoughts and all social media platforms.
Did you notice less ads? I know you're eating good. Did you notice less ads? Because it wasn't as many commercials as I thought.
No, they had no time. It's 4.5 matches.
All right, Judge, I'll start with you with the first one. Braun Breaker gets the win. I think we all agreed here he needed to win, but they'll probably have another match, I'm guessing. Did you vibe with it? I know it was a couple botches, but like I said, Braun Breaker's first match in a while, but I think they put together a solid match.
I thought this was the right outcome here, and yeah, it does. Like you mentioned, those couple botches in the match are like, I mean, that didn't really hinder the match, even with those botches. And Rollins, he was selling really good in the match. Of course, we had to get the involvement of the rest of the division. Logan Paul, Austin Theory, they got involved, which basically ultimately set up Braun Breaker to get the win. I like that midair spear that was pretty nice in the match. I mean, I like when he just runs ropes and he just goes full force with that spear. I always like that. But yeah, this was definitely the right decision because Braun Breaker, he needs to start getting that momentum back on him again. To be honest, he needs to win this whole feud with Seth Rollins because before this, the Vision they were just looking like jokes before. But yeah, that was good for Braun Breaker to win.
Go ahead, brother. Thoughts?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with most of what Jug said. Obviously, the involvement of the other guys from the division tells us there's going to be more matches after this, and I feel like with Seth Rollins was doing a lot of the botches. Well, not a lot. There was a few there. It feels like, at least for me, I don't know for sure, but it feels like that since he got injured and he's coming back, he's like trying to rush to try to do all the things he used to do and try to prove something to people, and causing those miscues and whatever happened in that match. But I thought the match was pretty solid, yeah, for what it was. Before I watched the show, I didn't care too much about this. I was just more worried about both of the guys staying healthy, but they made it through the match healthy, so that's all we can ask for them.
And I didn't particularly see this match, but I did watch Seth Rollins' interview a little bit. He was talking about how he has to reset things and how he needs to pretty much get back focused because he's been in and out at times. He's been hurt a lot. So I feel as though Braun Breaker, this is the match that he needed. This is the match that he wanted to have with Seth Rollins to propel himself to the main event picture because he needs that, especially if he wants to catch up with Trick Williams and Obafemi. So I think it was a good match for him. But also, like I said, Seth Rollins is going through a period where he's just going to have to reset himself and try to figure out what's next for him. So we all know that Seth, at this point, he might not be around as long as you think he is. So he's just going to figure out what he's going to do next, and he'll come back stronger than ever. But like I said before, Braun Breaker, he needed this match. We'll see what they do. We'll see what they do with him. He'll probably be a participant in that John Cena Classic or whatever you want to call it. But we'll see what's next.
All right, let's roll on to our next match, the United States Championship. I don't remember the last time the United States Championship was on a PLE that wasn't WrestleMania. So shout out to Trick Williams and Sami Zayn getting the U.S. title there. RIP to the Gingerbread Man, brother. Thoughts? Trick Williams retains. Lil Yachty out there hitting people, taking bumps. Yeah. I do like him more. He's growing on me more with Trick. But how'd you feel about this match? I guess the right decision. Trick winning. I guess Sammy's keeps getting more and more heelish.
Yeah, I agree with you too. Like Little Yachty, out of all the celebrities they had involved pre-WrestleMania, I think Little Yachty feels the most natural out of the three of them. It feels like he makes more sense being with Trick Williams than the other things we gotten with Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll. But I thought the match was a whole lot of fun, especially Lil Yachty taking hits and taking bumps and stuff like that. So I guess that's his way of showing that he's really for real about being a part of the company and that being a fan of everything. So I thought he did pretty good there. But again, like you said, this is just another seed to make Sami Zayn get more heelish and more heelish. So as much as there's a couple people who don't want it, it seems like a heel turn for Sami Zayn is coming. But I like the idea of it because it's going to be different than when he had the Mary Poppins hat. Remember back before he joined the Bloodline? It seems like this was going to be more of an aggressive heel, and Trick Williams being the conduit of that I like it. I like the idea of it.
Go ahead, Judge. How you feel?
Yeah, I thought the match was decent. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody expected Trick Williams to retain. And I do have to I echo that same sentiment as Brother Thoughts. With Lil Yachty. I mean, it makes sense for him, for him to be out there. He's a better celebrity out of like Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee out there. So much better. And not gonna lie, I like listening to Lil Yachty's music. So I mean, I'm also biased with that as well. But yeah, I hope we definitely do see a more aggressive side of Sami Zayn as this version of that this heel that he's trying to do, not the one that was like in 2020 or 2021 when he was with like Cesaro and Nakamura. I did not like that cowardly Sami Zayn, but I kind of like what they're doing here. I like what they're doing.
Rod, you love seeing a gingerbread man still live on and whooping that trick?
I guess. I just wish that Carmelo Hayes was a part of this. We haven't seen him. We don't know where he's at. I'm like, he was a champion like a month ago or a couple months ago, and now all of a sudden he's not on television.
I hope Carmelo doesn't get cut.
He might get cut at this point.
Well, was he getting married? Are they married yet, or are they just still engaged? Because I think he was supposed to get married.
I have no idea what's going on. All I
but
know
then
is
again, Ilya Dragunov hasn't been on TV either. There's been a bunch of people like that. Right. Dragunov.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix was on Friday for like 2 seconds. And,
yeah.
But
I would be scared to begin a phone call that
don't answer the phone. Don't answer the phone. Don't answer the phone.
Like, hey, you can't fire me if I don't answer the phone.
Yeah, just fire me when I show up to work next week when I get paid for a couple more days.
but I say this: I saw maybe the last 5 minutes of this match. I mean, we've seen it at WrestleMania. We've seen it tonight. We all know that Trick was going to win because he needs to get that win. He needs to get that rub. Also, Lil Yachty being with him, like I said before, is a good thing. I enjoy Lil Yachty a little bit. I mean, he is goofy as hell. His voice is very annoying. But I mean, just on Friday when he was the gingerbread man, that was a good segment. So I mean, he's only going to add to Trick Williams going forward. I think Sami did his job. We do not need to see this match again, no time soon. So hopefully they have something further for Trick Williams, maybe another opponent that's going to push him, maybe Carmelo Hayes, maybe, but we don't. I mean, who knows? But anyway, yeah, man, it was a good match. Solid match for both of them. But we gotta see what they're gonna do with Sami Zayn too, because Sami, he's been doing some good work. He just needs a different approach and a different push.
Real quick, shout out to the chat. Stu, Alex, I see you. Appreciate you, Eric. We're going to get to the Cena announcement. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up. Now, Raj, I'm going to go back to you because your boy, you said it during the stream, you were entertained during this match. You were sports entertained. And according to the math, I did Google it. He is now undefeated, 3-0. Danhausen.
Go Google it.
Him and Minniehouse, I guess a AAA Lucha, who you'll be watching tonight, I'm sure, while your Lakers are getting beat up on. 3-0 Danhausen with Minniehouse. You said you were sports entertained. Why do we need this shit? Why?
I mean, we don't need this. I don't understand why it was on the pay-per-view, and it really was a terrible match. But you know what? It's Danhausen, and Danhausen himself is very entertaining. So I get it. I understand it. He's a goofball, but people love him, man. People love him. The little people that came out, they was whooping ass as well. I mean, The Miz sells it very well, of course, and Kit Wilson sells it too. So, That's what made it a very entertaining match. It still was goofy as hell though, but I enjoyed myself with this, man. Now I'm not sure what they're gonna do with Danhausen next. Maybe some more Miz stuff, because that's what Miz does. He's a comedy guy at this point. But I don't know. Maybe they give Danhausen something serious going forward. Maybe not. But who knows?
Go ahead, Chucks. You loving that Danhausen? You got the shirt on? You got it now?
I don't have the shirt. I still
okay,
got my OTC shirt on.
Oh, okay. We acknowledge you. Yes.
You know, when I was at Raw, I said that was the best piece of merchandise. That was, I wasn't saying much. I mean, they had like a Cena shirt. They actually had 2 Danhausen shirts at Raw, and then they had some like other. They even had like Rhea Ripley and like. Okay, I'm getting off on a tangent, but yeah, Danhausen stuff was the best piece of merch there, and he's probably selling quite a bit because he's hella over. I mean, people think he's really really entertaining. Which
I think he's number one merch guy. He's like number one.
Yeah, so that's why he's getting in all these spots that he's getting in right now. But no, I didn't catch all of this match. I caught like the tail end here. I saw like
this your part, Raj. I ain't gonna lie, that is funny though. They just running around. That is funny.
We should have clipped that part. We should have clipped that.
I forgot. Next time.
Yeah, the mini housings, all of them. Oh my god. And hey, I called it. I said, dude, that's probably like El Torito. Oh god. You know what? We need to have a match with a whole bunch of midgets. Let's have a midget for a Rumble match. Okay, that's what we need. That's what we need. But yeah,
thoughts? You feeling it? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Josh.
But. No, but Danhausen wins here. I mean, he's undefeated. He's going after Undertaker's streak. Okay. No, actually, no. He's going after Goldberg. Yeah, he's gonna win more matches than Goldberg.
Oh wow.
And then we're gonna get Goldberg and Danhausen.
Yeah, I'm actually with Raj on this. I was sports entertained. At the wrestling fan side of me, do I need this match? No. The goofy side of me that laugh at anything that's ridiculous, absolutely love this. We need it for that reason. This is for the kids, for nobody else. Did we need the match? We definitely did not need it, but it was just a whole bunch of stupid stuff happening. And you got to know from this day forth, when it comes to a Danhausen match, you're not going to get a normal wrestling match, unfortunately, for those who like it or who don't. And we know WWE, they love to make money. So the best way to sell merch and try to hike it up by like 50% is to put Danhausen merch at these PLE, which means Danhausen has to be there, which means Danhausen matches aren't going to be normal matches. But I can understand why people completely hate this stuff. I get it. It shouldn't be on the show, but the entertainment part of WWE pretty much is highlighted whenever he's in the ring. So, yeah.
All right, brother. Thoughts. I'm going to go back to you for the Joshis, baby. The match you was looking forward to. It did not disappoint. Even Asuka. But a lot of rumblings coming out before the match. Even we heard from Wolf and others. Asuka, maybe her final WWE match. She's hugging and consoling, embracing with Io after the match, crying. I mean, is this maybe the end for Asuka?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely looking like it. Like, first and foremost, like I said before, I'm relieved that this match ended up being as good as it was. And it has nothing to do with either one of them in-ring talent. They're great. But I was just concerned on whether WWE was going to give them time, because since we saw what happened at WrestleMania, where they're not just cutting 50% of people's pay, but they're cutting 50% of people's matches. So I was hoping that didn't happen in this match, and they gave them a ton of time. They both look amazing. But back to what you're saying about the rumblings, it does look like Asuka may be leaving, because the level of emotion that she had at the end of that match, I've never seen Asuka like that before. Even when she left her other promotions, I didn't see her look like this. And even when she was rolling out the ring, it looked like Asuka was trying to go for another hug. Like Asuka didn't want to let her go. So that's telling us that this is going to be their last match against each other. And they know that Asuka's probably going to be out of here, which in my personal opinion, I really don't blame her. She's gotten multiple bags over and over, re-signed over and over again. They never really did much with her. They never gave her the win at WrestleMania as she should. But I'm pretty sure she's rich like crazy right now. So she can pretty much do whatever she wants at this point.
Anything next for Io? Does maybe Io go for the world title? Because Liv needs some challenges.
That honestly, I don't know. That's gonna be, because I don't know how long they want to keep it on Liv Morgan, and do they want Io to lose against Liv? That's the other question as well. So I don't know. They're starting to lose a lot of their Japanese wrestlers lately, so that's the other thing.
We shall see. Yes, Stephanie Victoria is injured, by the way. Jugs, you got anything? for this match. It was probably
Yeah,
the best
you know
match of the
what?
night.
Yeah, this was definitely the best match, and like so much better than what the women's matches we got at WrestleMania. Yeah, I mean, we already knew the chemistry that Io Sky and Asuka had. You know, like the in-ring psychology was really good here. I even like the whole miss spot that they did, and how was it Io put up like the a piece of paper up or whatever that was, that binder. I thought that was pretty smart. The whole transitions, even with the submissions, you know, with the Oscar lock and all that, that was really good. Definitely a good match, and I could definitely see this being Oscar's last match in WWE with the way they were, you know, really hugging it there at the end. So, yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised if she goes back to Japan.
Roger, you gonna miss the Oscar dance, man? You gonna miss it if she leaves?
I mean, I think it's a damn shame the way they treated Asuka, man.
You gonna miss her wearing a thong?
No, I'm dead serious. Like, she is probably one of the best female wrestlers that they had for like the last 10 years, especially in NXT. She was dominating in NXT. She was undefeated for like I don't know how many years that she was down there. And then when they brought her up to the main roster, they watered her down a lot. You know what I'm saying? She should be almost up there with Charlotte Flair as far as title reigns and storylines and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, she did get paid, like Brother Thought said, but she ultimately reminded you tonight that she could put on great matches. You know what I'm saying? They had the best match of the night. So I'm just saying, it's like you have a great wrestler right there, and you don't do too much with her. You just, you know, put her with Kairi Sane, and they being goofy and they doing all this goofy stuff. Like, you should have put her in more serious things, man. She should have been in more programs, more WrestleMania main event matches, more SummerSlam main event matches. Well, you got a wrestler of her ilk there. Treat her correctly, treat her right. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'll just get back to the match. The match itself was great tonight. It was good to see, you know, Io and Asuka get it on. Kairi Sane definitely was missing from the equation since they didn't completely, you know, finish that storyline. But I get it though. I mean, Asuka this is probably her last moment in WWE. She probably is not done wrestling though. I don't think. Maybe not. But if she is, she had a hell of a career. But I think she deserves so much better than what she got for real from this company. This company should have did a lot way more for her than what they did.
Well, speaking of somebody who gave a lot to the company, we had a John Cena announcement. They were calling it a historic announcement. They were calling it an history-making announcement, Jugs. I'm going to start with you. I have this here. So let me blow this up a little bit. There we go. So we got the John Cena officially announces a new yearly event called the John Cena Classic. Main roster talent and NXT talent will compete. A new championship, as if we need more titles, is also being introduced for it. The fans will vote. So a little Cyber Sunday for those asking for that. And every participant, including right, exactly, yeah, predetermined, just like the real election, huh? Yeah, just like that. The fans will vote to crown the champion, and every participant, including the losers, can be voted the champion by fans. Yes, I'm confused. Jugs, I'm gonna start with you just for rotation. I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, it's cool on one hand, but it's like voting. It's like kind of what basically they're just doing like they're doing now, matches with no meaning and no story, just to have a great wrestling match, like every company.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to wrap my brain around right now. I mean, I'm gonna have to see this, you know, play out like right in front of me. I mean, I'd rather them bring like the Cruiserweight Classic or something like that back, or, you know, something crazy like that. I mean, speaking of Cyber Sunday, right there it is. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna play out, and so if you vote, like, I don't know, it's just weird, like the voting, all that. So you don't have to win the match to advance. Like, what? That does not make any sense right there. I rather would have had Cena announce that, hey, you know, Tampa's gonna get a WrestleMania, because I kind of wish they would announce that, because back in, what was it,
2020? Yeah,
2021, because they came back the following year. It wasn't to full capacity, and I like to see him go back to Raymond James Stadium eventually for WrestleMania at full capacity. But you know, that's for another video. But yeah, this tournament's definitely gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where that WrestleMania 44 will be. They're saying Nashville, but brother, thoughts? Are you still?
Also, I've been
confused?
here in London as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not as confused as I was before. The only part I'm a little wondering about is this really going to be a tournament or is just going to be a showcase of matches on one show, right? But the way that it sounds, I'm thinking two things about this. If it's just a match to showcase wrestlers, it could be cool because people can vote for their favorite wrestler, and that'll be the only opportunity. Probably your favorite wrestler who never gets a push on the main roster or in NXT will win a championship. But on the flip side, the bad part about that is this seems like it can be a shut up move. Right, for all you fans online who think you know who's the best wrestler, come watch the show and vote. Y'all won't want to have control of the show. Come watch the show, get some control here. Then if your favorite wrestler wins it by you guys voting, they can say, okay, well, we gave him a championship. We don't need to give them the heavyweight championship. We don't need to give them the we gave him a championship. So you guys can just shut up and leave us alone. Let us do what we want to do with our product. And I feel like that's what they're probably going to do with this. As much as genuine as I think John Cena is by creating this, I can't help but think of what TKO and WWE is going to want to do as far as trying to take a dig at the fans. I mean, the gingerbread man thing pretty much told us that they like taking digs at the fans. I think this is just masked in making it feel like the fans have a voice, but we really don't at the end of the day. So, I mean, I'm all for good wrestling. It's not going to have any storytelling like you said, but I'm all for tournaments, but I don't even know if this is going to be a tournament. So I got to see it right in front of me before I even, I guess, assume what's going to happen here.
Yeah, we got the John Cena Classic. We got the King and Queen of the Ring still. We got the Crown Jewel Championships. Can't forget those rides.
Yeah, can't forget those.
Plenty of championships everywhere for everybody because you get a title, you get a title, you get a title. And
Raj,
like
you
Brother
look
Thus
happy
said,
over
they're gonna make the fans feel like they have a voice when really it's like Judge said, a vote.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a damn shame. I ain't gonna hold you. Like this shit doesn't make any sense to me. The way it's worded doesn't make any sense to me. Why not just have no winners? How about you just see who's actually the best wrestler, and then the fans vote for whoever the winner is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wins, but whoever had the best in-ring skills wins. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it makes no sense.
That makes no sense at all.
Have a winner, and then they actually win the match, but they can still be the loser because the fans said they're the loser, although they won. It makes no sense to me. Like this is so goofy.
You know that is some baked booking right there. That's some baked booking.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at the end of the day. Like you're playing with fans' emotions.
Whoever thought of this right now, they're definitely high as hell in the
they
back.
Maybe they with KD somewhere with the chick. Bro, it's ridiculous, man.
It is.
It really is. And I hope they tweak this. I hope they think about where this direction of this is going, because it ain't gonna go right. It's not gonna go right at all. It's gonna go left completely, especially if they doing it the way John Cena said they're gonna do it. But I mean, I get it though. I like the fact that John Cena is getting his own, some tournament or whatever, he's crowned a champion. That part is okay with me. I'm fine with that. It's just the loser can win the championship. Yeah. That makes no sense to me. So tweak that, figure it out. I don't know. Come to a Jesus moment and get it right. Just get it right, man.
So I could literally just go in there and do like 5 shooting star press and be like, "Hey, bro, just come over here and pin me, and I can win the entire thing." As long as the fans are ooh and ahhing over backflips, then I can win the I
could be a jobber. I could be really entertaining,
Or you can be the worst wrestler, and the fans feel bad for you, and they can vote for you to win. That it doesn't mean that you're the best wrestler because you won the thing. It just means that the fans are behind you. So it's just what?
All common sense is thrown out the window at this point. They're just throwing shit at the wall, see if it sticks.
Could you imagine getting a finger poke of doom and being voted the best wrestler just because you did that move?
It's possible. It's possible.
It is possible.
It's possible.
Real quick before we went to the main event, I did see you have that dog in you, as they had the root beer for. I did see this advertisement though. Anybody got that root beer dog jugs? Raj, anybody drinking that root beer tonight? Yeah,
no, I'm not drinking.
Well, I got a story. Since Buffalo Wild Wings doesn't have Mountain Dew Legend anymore, they replaced it with root beer. Mug root beer.
Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
I thought Michael Cole's gonna have a heart attack.
Son of a bitch!
I don't even know if he drunk it.
Decade.
Yeah, so I'm scared. I'm scared to drink it now. I'll probably
Like in a root beer
explode.
float or something. I
Yeah, I'll
have
probably
one.
explode.
You're
I'll
going to
explode.
become the bear.
My
Become the
stomach would
Muslim.
probably explode.
Yeah, Mugs, if you want to sponsor us, though, send free stuff. All right, Raj, I'll start with you. DC Roman Reigns is back as champion, actually showing up at Backlash. No surprise here. You were a little saying he could maybe have some contract issues. I told you he wasn't going to lose, but looks like him and Jacob got more work to do. And Roman is still the champion. I think after the match, he said Jacob doesn't belong here or something like that. And this is his last day there. So I guess they're going to have Roman off TV for a little bit, but then he'll come back and face Jacob again. The match was too short, and it was weird.
It just shows me that they came to an agreement, I guess, with his contract. So they felt okay, letting Roman have the belt. As far as the match length, yeah, I agree it was too short. It felt a little bit kind of rushed. You know what I'm saying? They got into the finishing moves a little too early for me. They could have did some more in-ring chemistry, but I mean, I guess they decided, I guess it is a UFC fight coming up tonight because they got off the air like around 8:45. They didn't even drag it out to 9 o'clock. So I was surprised about that. But the match itself was okay. For that first match, it was all right. They got to do something a little better for that next match. You know what I'm saying? To get the juices flowing. But it was nice to see Jacob, stand his ground with Roman Reigns in the square circle and seeing Roman, doing what Roman usually does. But yeah, it sucks that he's going to probably miss most of June, probably all of June. But it was a good match nonetheless. I mean, get what you get. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Josh, real quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was expecting more out of this match here. Maybe like brother thought said earlier about maybe like having like a debut like Zilla Fatu. I don't know. Maybe we'll get that eventually at a different show. Maybe we'll get that at the Saudi show. I don't know because they like debuting people there. Yeah, I don't. This match felt really rushed, and it's a way to write Roman Reigns off TV for a little while here. It was interesting to see Roman Reigns get on the mic after the match because he usually doesn't do that, and even commentary was talking about that, or not the commentary, the post show people were talking about that, which was definitely interesting. But I mean, we all expected Roman Reigns to be retaining here, so that came to no surprise. But yeah, that was the main event there.
Go ahead, brother. Thoughts?
Wait, so he got on the microphone after the match was over?
Yeah, he did get on.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find it real quick. So I can play it real quick.
So don't that pretty much no sells the tongue and death grip thing that he did to him like 4 or 5 times after it's over?
Yes, it does. Yeah, it very much does. Yes.
Okay, he must have not been squeezing tight enough. But as far as the match goes, I thought the match was actually pretty good, but it did go by quick. I was surprised that there was no involvement by the Usos because they were so heavily involved in the storyline, going from SmackDown to Raw to SmackDown to Raw. At least Jey Uso being involved, right? At least after Jacob attacked Roman or something, because it seemed like Jey Uso was trauma dumping all over Jacob Fatu on the last show. So them not showing up was really weird. I wasn't expecting it, but something to kind of add something to the story. But yeah, again, to see him talk after the match is over, like all of that didn't happen, like he didn't get the tongue and death grip like 3 or 4 times, is kind of weird to me. I think that's really, really weird. But yeah, like you said, it looks like they threw him back on a date in June. I think June 29th or something like that. I believe. Is that the one that's going to be in? Which one is it? I know they're going to have a special episode of Raw. I forget what venue. Is that the one in Baltimore?
I think they said they're doing a SmackDown on like a Tuesday or something.
Yes, they're doing something special like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
And I think they have him scheduled for whatever that is. So I don't know if they're going to do a rematch and then Jacob. But now, not to make this even longer, but now when they have the rematch, I was assuming that maybe Jacob was going to do the tongue and death grip over and over, and that was going to write Roman off of TV. But as we can see, he's talking on the microphone after. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But either way, good match. But I guess we got to wait and see what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw to see what they do with the story. I'm a little confused about what's going on here.
Real quick, they're taping on Tuesday, June 23rd at the O2 Arena in England. So it'll still air on Friday, it looks like. It'll just be taped in England. But it will be 2 hours, though, because SmackDown does go back to 2 hours. So there you go. And real quick, Roman, I think that's what it is. Real quick, Roman said to Jacob Fatu, "This is why we never should have let Jacob in his company. You don't belong here, Jacob. There's no order with you. This is your last night here," which we know is not true. But yeah, thoughts on that after getting choked out talking after the match? That was weird.
Yeah.
Like Brother Thought said, I mean, that defeats the purpose of him getting choked out there at the end.
Yeah, because they were selling it like,
because
remember he was talking to Jacob, he was like, "How dare you do that? We only use that for emergencies. This is when you really want to take somebody out." And it's like the whole correlation of the tongue and death grip and what it has to do with the family and how dangerous it is. This pretty much kills it all. So
I agree.
Why do
It makes no sense. But that's illogical. It's illogical at the end. He didn't need to do any of that. He could have just sold it that he can't speak. He's coughing a lot. His voice is messed up because he got tongue and death gripped or whatever for I don't know 5 or 6 times after the match. But no, they just said let's shove a microphone up to his face and let him get his stuff off. Like what are we doing? Like come on, let's stick to the script. Let's stick to the script.
They should have put him on that Stephen Hawking's machine and have him type out his words. That would have sold it.
Yes. Or
Jacob don't belong here.
Or Rock Hard's machine for the voice. Yes.
Have him with a voice box, man.
Yeah.
Boy. All right, brother. Thoughts, man. I kept you guys all night. Still early. Let's get you guys out of here. How can I keep up with you? Any final thoughts and what you cooking up?
Keep on hear these thoughts. A lot more original content. As I said, I'm stepping away from doing reaction videos. So I got a couple of scripts I got ready that I'm typing up for what I'm going to do this week. So I'm actually excited about this, about doing something a little bit different, doing something a little bit harder. And, whatever happens with subscribers and likes, I don't care. I'm here to just have fun. So I'm excited about this new venue I'm trying to go on, or venture I'm trying to go on. But yeah, you can follow me right here. Social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can follow me there as well.
Can't wait to see the new content, brother. And as always, he'll be here on the Flex Zone. So appreciate you as always, my guy. Jugs, same with you. What you cooking up and how you feeling?
So definitely stay tuned to my channel, the Juggernaut Show, right down there. Thursday, I'm going to be with the Flex Zone here. We're going to be talking about the whole schedules for the NFL. I'm going to be talking about my Chiefs right there. See how that's going to be looking. What else? I'm going to be here for watch-alongs as well for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Also going to be posting my vlog for Monday Night Raw, so definitely stay tuned for that. Also, I've been starting to do some box breaks on my YouTube channel. I've been interested in picking up WWE cards, so definitely stay tuned for those. I'm gonna be doing more of those as well in the future. And definitely, I'm gonna do some switch it up into different lanes. So definitely go subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss out.
And Jugs and Brother Thoughts will be with us. We got 3 more pay-per-views this month, so plenty more content.
Plenty more.
Raj, I know you'll be here. How can people keep up with us? And any update on your Lakers? I see it's halftime.
I think they're up by 1. I think I'm not sure, but they're trying to win like they did the last game. You already know how that worked out for us, but please hit the like and subscribe button. Check us out. We got more content coming. Mother's Day is tomorrow, so I'm pretty sure Gravante and Byron are not going to do a show. But we'll probably be back for Monday Night Raw and some other things as well. And schedule release, like you said, Thursday. We'll be talking about everybody's schedule. And hopefully how easy it is for the Ravens, which it probably won't be. But we shall see. But stay tuned, hit the like, subscribe. If you want to become a member, you can become a member of the Flex Zone Podcast. And other than that, have a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yes, shout out to all the mothers out there. If it wasn't for you mothers, there wouldn't be any of us here. So shout out to all the mothers.
Shout out to all the moms, wives, girlfriends, baby mamas, aunts, godmothers, cousins, sisters, everybody. Much love to everybody. So thank you. Again, check out Brother Thoughts. He's so excited. He's right there. Hear these thoughts.
Yes, sir.
Juggernaut Show right there. Check out the content. And of course, Big Raj here on the Flex Zone with yours truly. As mentioned, we got plenty more content this month. We still have our Raw watch-alongs, our SmackDown watch-alongs. We got AEW Double or Nothing. We got Saturday Night's Main Event. We got Clash in Italy. We got AAA Mass versus Mass for the Grandes coming up. So a lot of content on the channel. Previews, predictions, shorts, Ravens content, NFL schedule release content, the flagship podcast. and everything in between. And tomorrow is the NBA draft lottery. So if I can't do a live stream, we'll try to do a video tomorrow to give you an update of who wins the lottery.
Come on, Chicago Bulls, get number one draft pick.
You want the number one pick. You want the number one pick. Let
With
the
the
ping
number
pong
one pick.
balls down. There you go. We'll see what happens with that. So look out for that and everything in between. So for Raj, Brother Thoughts, and Juggernaut, thank each and every one of you. Alex, Stu, appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Everybody in the chat, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up. Vote on the poll. Let us know your grade for the show. And as always, if you're on X, come on over to YouTube. We out of here. Throw your ones up. Acknowledge us. For Brother Thoughts, Jugs, and Raj, have a good night, everybody. Backlash in the books. It was not a great show. It wasn't a bad show. It was a decent show.
It was
but
mid.
Yeah, it was middle of the road. We out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Have a good night. Enjoy Mother's Day again. Happy Mother's Day. Much love. We'll see all of you tomorrow potentially and throughout the week with the new content, fresh new content, and Brother Thoughts and Joes will be back with us. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Peace.
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 Finish him.